Lesson 25. The Art. Vocabulary.
Hello students. Today we are going to learn tag questions. Then we are going to review simple past. And we will also begin to learn the present perfect tense. But of course, let's first learn some new vocabulary. Take a look at your screen. A museum. A museum is a place where people come to see old paintings, old furniture, and old clothes. A curator. The manager of a museum is a curator. Now, there are many different kinds of museums. There are war museums. People come to see old guns and uniforms and bullets. There are also technology museums with old cars and trucks, airplanes and fire engines. Now, an art gallery is a place where people go to see new paintings for sale. Next example, a theater. A theater is a place where people can see a musical, play, or an opera. At the front of a theater, where the actors act, is the stage. The theater may have a balcony, and it may have an orchestra near the stage. People sit in seats. They walk in the aisles. Rows are lines of seats. And the people watching a play is the audience. Okay, next word is a cinema. A cinema is a place where people come to watch a film. It usually has a very large screen. In the back, there is a film projector. A cinema also has rows, aisles, and an audience. Next word is an usher. An usher is a person who takes you to your seat at a theater or cinema.
Tag questions.
Okay, now let's look at tag questions. Let's look at some examples of these. You know that usher, don't you? This film is from France, isn't it? Mother doesn't know where the museum is, does she? That uniform isn't from World War II, is it? Cindy hasn't received an invitation to the play, has she? Now, tag questions are short questions that we usually put at the end of a sentence. There's always a comma before a tag question and a question mark after it. Now, we usually use a present form of the verbs to do, to have, or to be for the present simple. The verb in the tag question depends on the verb in the main part of the sentence. Let's look at some more examples. Mother doesn't know where the museum is, does she? That uniform isn't from World War II, is it? Cindy hasn't received an invitation to the play, has she? Okay, now I think we're ready to practice. Alberto, you are going to the cinema tomorrow, aren't you?
I can't go tomorrow. My aunt is going to visit. I am going tonight. I want to see the new Richard Gere film.
Ah, okay. I think that's a good film. Sylvia, your brother is going to the War Museum on Saturday, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I will go with him. We want to see the old uniforms from World War II. We love history.
Oh, great. Have a good time. Linda, you aren't going to the theater tonight, are you?
No, I'm not. The theater is too hot, and the weather is very hot. It will be cooler next week. We will go next week.
Okay, great. Good job, everyone. Now it's time to look and listen.
Look and listen.
There are tickets left for the play, aren't there? It's very cold in this theater, isn't it? That's the aisle we walked down, isn't it? There aren't any restrooms at this museum, are there?
Read and repeat.
Let's practice again. Linda, you want to visit the new automobile museum, don't you?
No, I don't want to visit it. I don't like cars. My father likes cars. He will go next week. He can take my brother.
Okay. Alberto, you have a ticket for the cinema tonight, don't you?
Yes, I have a ticket. It will be very crowded. I bought it last week.
Oh, okay. That was a good idea. Sylvia, you know the museum closes early on Saturday, don't you?
Yes, I know that. We will go early. I think it opens at 10 o'clock. We will stay there 5 hours. We want to see everything.
Wow, 5 hours. Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Now, question tags can also be used in the past tense. Let's look at some more examples. She didn't have a ticket, did she? Nina wasn't at the theater, was she? The usher was a man, wasn't he? Paul's friends were at the cinema, weren't they? Okay, let's practice. Sylvia, you didn't go to the theater last week, did you?
You are right. I didn't go. My brother was sick. My father doesn't like the theater. I can't go alone.
Oh, I see. Linda, you didn't see the new Sandra Bullock film, did you?
No, I didn't see it. I went to the cinema. It was full. I was very sad. Maybe I can go next week.
Okay, we'll all go together. Alberto, you were at the cinema last night, weren't you?
No, I was not. I am going tonight.
Okay, that's right. Good job, everyone. Now, question tags can also be used in the future tense. Have a look at some examples. Paul will go to the museum with us, won't he? Yvonne isn't going to wear that to the theater, is she? There won't be 2 films at the cinema, will there? Now, for the future tense, will and won't are used in question tags. This is for the future tense. Now, is, isn't, are, and aren't can also be used for the future tense if the simple present is used to talk about a future action. Okay, now let's practice again. Linda, you are going to the theater next week, aren't you?
Yes, I will go next week.
You will dress nicely as usual, won't you?
Of course.
Okay, good. Linda, can you please ask Alberto a tag question?
Okay. Alberto, you are going to the cinema next week, aren't you?
I am going tonight. Maybe I will go next week too. I love watching new films.
Good. Now, Alberto, can you ask Sylvia a question?
Okay. Sylvia, your little brother will not be going with you to the War Museum, will he?
No, he won't go. He's a problem. He's always noisy. He's too young. I will go with my older brother.
All right. Good job, everyone. Now it's time to look and listen.
Look and listen.
The curator wasn't at the museum, was he? The orchestra was ready to start, wasn't it? The theater will be full, won't it? She isn't going to bring her friend to the theater with us, is she?
Read and repeat.
We usually use a negative question tag after a positive sentence. Let's look at these examples. She will sit in the balcony. Won't she? Andy has a theater program. Doesn't he? We usually use a positive question tag after a negative sentence. Take a look. She won't sit in the balcony, will she? Andy doesn't have a theater guide, does he? So notice the meaning of yes and no in answers to a negative question. You aren't going to that film, are you? So yes means, yes, I am going to that film. No means, no, I am not going to the film. So the meaning of a tag question depends on how you say it. If your voice goes down, you aren't asking a question. You are inviting the listener to agree with you. Let's look at some examples. It's a great musical, isn't it? Yes, it's wonderful. That usher looks sick, doesn't he? No, I think he's just tired. Now, if your voice goes up, it's a question. More examples. You don't have a ticket to the play, do you? Yes, it's in my pocket. We have enough time to buy popcorn before the film, don't we? No, the film will start now. Now, after let's, the question tag is shall we? For example, let's leave for the art gallery now, shall we? Let's not stay for the last scene, shall we? After the imperatives, do or don't do, etc., your question tag is usually will you? For example, don't be late for the film, will you? Sit in that row, will you? Okay, let's practice some more. Linda, you will see the new production at the theater next week, won't you?
Yes, I want to see it. The newspaper said it is very good.
Wonderful. Sylvia, you have already visited the War Museum, haven't you?
Yes, I did, but I didn't see everything. I want to see all the old uniforms. The museum is very big.
All right, thank you, Sylvia. Alberto, the new film at the cinema is very romantic, isn't it?
Yes, I think it's romantic. It's also a comedy film. I like romantic comedies. I like most films. I don't like horror films.
Oh, I love horror films. I will see you soon. Don't be late, will you?
Of course not.
Okay. Now we will learn the present perfect tense. Aren't you all excited? Yes? No?
No, I am not.
Okay, present perfect tense. Before we can do this, we should review the simple past. Let's look at some examples. I went to the museum last week. Paula took a taxi to the film. I couldn't go to the play. The film ended at 11:30 p.m. We ate before we went to the cinema. Now remember, the simple past tense is used to talk about activities or situations that began and ended in the past. Most simple past verbs are formed by adding ed to the end. Okay, let's look at some of these verbs. Complain, past tense, complained. Invite, past, invited. Play, played. Visit, visited. Arrive, arrived. Here's some examples. Tom complained about the film. Irma invited us to the opening of the new play. Now remember though, many verbs have irregular past forms. Take a look. Begin, began. Build, built. Draw, drew. Sing, sang. Stand, stood. All right, here are some examples. The musical began at 8 o'clock. Everyone stood at the end of the production. Some verbs have the same past form. Let's take a look. Read, past form, read. Put, put. Cost, cost. Let, and let. Here are some examples. It cost $10 for a ticket to the show. The actor read the part well. Her mother let her go to the film with her friends. Okay, now let's practice a bit with the simple past tense. Alberto, did you go to the cinema last week?
Yes, I went twice. I love films. I want to go every night, but they are too expensive.
Yes, they are expensive. Sylvia, when did they open the new museum?
I'm not sure. I think it opened 2 months ago. This will be my second visit and it will be my brother's third visit.
Wow, you must really like the museum. Linda, did you stand in line to buy a ticket?
Yes, I stood outside the theater. The line was very long. The production is popular. Everyone wants to see it.
All right, thanks everyone. Now it's time to look and listen.
Look and listen.
Fred complained about the museum. It opened late. The musical began at 6:30. He put his hat on after he left the art gallery. Our family arrived at the theater at 7 o'clock.
Read and repeat. Present perfect tense.
Now it's time to start learning the present perfect tense. Here are some examples first. She has been to that musical 3 times. That film has played there twice. I have forgotten the name of the art gallery. Fred has gone to the museum. Now, as you can see, the present perfect form is has or have plus the past participle. The negative form of the present perfect tense is hasn't or haven't plus the past participle. So the positive present perfect form is has or have plus the past participle. The negative present perfect form is hasn't or haven't plus the past participle. Now, many past participles in the present perfect end in ed. Let's look at a chart. Complain, past participle, complained. Invite, invited. Play, played, walk, walked, receive, and received. Now let's look at some more examples. I have received many invitations to the opening. John has walked to the theater many times. Okay, there are also many irregular forms of the past participle. Let's look at this chart. Have, past participle, had. Go, gone. Forgot, forgotten. Begin, begun. Choose, chosen. Next, draw, drawn. Sing, sung. Do, done. Take, taken. See, seen. Okay, more examples. Take a look. He has drawn many new sketches for the art gallery. The play hasn't begun yet. Now, some present perfect verb forms are the same as the past form. For example, built and built. Found, found. Sold, sold. Met and met. Here are some examples. The architect has built many new buildings. Hooray! He has found his drawings. Now we must learn when to use the present perfect tense. When we use the present perfect tense, the time is unspecified in the past, and there is always a connection with now. So the action in the past has a result now. Here are some examples. Where's your ticket? I don't know, I've lost it. Which means I haven't got it now. Is Stephen at the museum? No, he is gone. Same as he isn't there now. I can't find the tickets. Have you seen them? Do you know where they are now? In other words, we often use present perfect to give new information. For example, oh no, I have lost the film schedule. The museum is closed. There has been a fire. The audience has complained twice. The orchestra is too loud. So you can see in these examples that the time is unspecified in the past and there is a connection to now. All right, here is the form for the yes-no question form. Okay, we use has or have plus the subject plus the past participle plus the complement or object. For example, have you visited the art gallery? Has he seen that play? Have they been here? Now we can use also some words to help us to know it's going to be present perfect. For example, just, already, and yet. Okay, just means a short time ago. For example, he has just arrived at the theater. The girls have just left the theater. Okay, just means a short time ago. And already means something happened sooner than expected. Okay, so just is a short time ago. Already, something happened sooner than expected. Let's look at some more examples. Don't forget your invitation to the opening of the museum. I won't. I have already put it in my pocket. What time is Nancy leaving for the museum? She has already left. Now, yet means until now. Okay? The speaker is expecting something to happen. We use yet in questions and negative sentences. Let's look at these examples. Has the film finished yet? I know there is a new museum. I haven't visited yet. Okay, now already and just are usually put between the auxiliary and the past participle. Okay, and yet usually comes at the end of the sentence or question. Okay, let's take a look. She has just arrived. So you see that just is between has and arrived. She has already arrived. Has she arrived yet? Yet is at the end. She hasn't arrived yet. Let's look at the difference between gone to and been to. Gone to or been to. Okay, John has gone to the theater. Okay, this sentence, John has gone to the theater, means that John is there now or he is on his way to the theater. But this sentence, John has been to the theater, means in the past, John has been to the theater or he has come back from the theater. Let's look at some timelines to help us better understand the present perfect. Okay, we use the present perfect to express an activity that happened or didn't happen in the past. Examples. John has already bought a ticket. Now, when did this happen? We have the past and we have now. So sometime in the past, up until now, we don't know when because it's not specified, John bought a ticket. Okay. An activity may happen many times before now. And in that case, again, we use the present perfect tense. John has bought tickets many times. Now, this activity happened in the past up till now many times. Unspecified. Okay, so we can use the present perfect tense to describe a situation that began in the past and continues to the present. Okay, for example, I have been John's friend for many years. Okay, so starting from the past, continuing today, continuing now. Okay, let's practice a bit. Linda, do you understand the present perfect?
I understand how to make it, but I'm not sure when to use it.
Okay, you must remember that the present perfect shows a connection between the past and now. Okay, let's try. Sylvia, have you been to the theater before?
I don't remember. I don't like the theater. My parents like to go. I think I have been there once.
Ah, good answer. Linda, have you been to the car museum?
No, I haven't gone. I'm not very interested in cars. I'm sure my father and my uncle have been there.
So you do understand the present perfect. Very good sentences. Alberto, have you seen the new Tom Cruise film?
No, I have not seen it yet. It's playing at the old cinema. I don't like that place. It's always dirty and smells bad.
Ooh, don't go there. Okay, good job, everyone. Now, all of the verbs in the present perfect tense have a connection with the past. An action in the past has a result now. Okay, let's practice again. Make sure you all understand. Alberto, how long have you known George, the usher at the theater?
I have known him for many years. We went to school together. He's a good friend.
Great. Sylvia, how many months has the new War Museum been opened?
I think it has been opened for 2 months, but I'm not sure. I can ask my father.
Oh, it's not important. Linda, how long have you lived near the art gallery?
I have lived there for about 3 months. It's a nice place to live. It's safe and clean.
Oh, that's good. All right, good job, everyone. We can use the present perfect tense to describe an action that began in the past and continues to the present. For example, Alberto has known George for many years. So this is saying he met him in the past and still knows him now. Next example. The War Museum has been opened for 2 months. So this is saying it opened 2 months ago, and of course it's still open. Next example. Linda has lived near the art gallery for 3 months. So this is saying that she still lives there now. Okay, now it has come the time to look and listen.
Look and listen.
The Cortez family have been the owners of this theater for 3 years. Jonathan has visited the museum every month this year. Amy has complained to the theater manager 3 times. My family has gone to the opera together every season.
Read and repeat. Review.
Let's practice one more time. So I will ask a question, and then you ask another student a question. All right?
Okay.
Alberto, have you forgotten some of your English?
Of course not. You are a good teacher. I always practice with my friend George. He is the usher at the theater. His English is very good. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Linda,
Great.
have you had time to see the new Julia Roberts film?
No, I haven't. The cinema is far from my home. And when I go there, I have to take a cab, and they are expensive.
Oh, okay. Now ask Sylvia a question, Linda.
Okay. Sylvia, have you chosen a time to go to the War Museum?
Yes, we will go in the morning. We want to see all the uniforms this time. They are very interesting.
Okay, do you have a question for me, Sylvia?
Yes, I have. How long have you been a teacher?
I have been a teacher for a long time. All right, great. Thank you all. Today, we have learned question tags. We have reviewed the simple past, and we have started to learn the present perfect. First, let's do some exercises. I will start a question, and you fill in the blanks with a question tag, okay? Not okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sylvia, this one's for you. You will visit the War Museum. Sylvia.
That's easy. You will visit the War Museum, won't you?
Okay. You will visit the War Museum, won't you? Good. Okay. Linda, you know where the theater is?
Okay, you know where the theater is, don't you?
You know where the theater is, don't you? Good. Great. Alberto, your turn. You don't like to visit museums.
You don't like to visit museums, do you?
You don't like to visit museums, do you? Okay, that's right. Good. This time I will give you a situation. I want you to make a question using a question tag. Alberto, here is the situation. You look out the window. The workers have just finished their work on a new museum. What can you say?
It is a beautiful museum, isn't it?
Good. It's a beautiful museum. Isn't it? Very good. All right, Linda, you are with a friend outside the cinema. You are looking at the cheap prices. What do you say?
It's easy. This cinema isn't expensive, is it?
Good. The cinema isn't expensive. Is it? Very good. All right. Who's next? Who's next? Sylvia. You are at a theater. There's a new musical. The orchestra is wonderful. What can you say?
I could say many things. They're wonderful, aren't they?
Okay, good. They're wonderful. Aren't they? Such smart students. All right, thank you. Now, let's use shall we in a quick exercise. Okay, Sylvia, you can go first.
Okay, I think I understand. Alberto, let's go to the cinema after class, shall we?
Maybe. What film is playing? Linda, let's call the cinema and see what film is playing, shall we?
I can't go after the class. I should study. Teacher, let's learn some more English, shall we?
Good idea. Now, let's try an exercise using the simple past. Here is an example. The usher didn't go to work. He had a fever. Do you understand, Sylvia?
Sure, I'm ready.
Okay, this is yours. The museum wasn't ready to open.
The museum wasn't ready to open. The curator was late.
Okay, so the museum wasn't ready to open. The curator was late. Good. Alberto, you do this one. The ticket office was open.
I bought some tickets.
Okay. The ticket office was open. I bought some tickets. All right, Linda. The musical started at 7 o'clock.
The musical started at 7 o'clock. The usher took me to my seat at 6:30.
Okay, good. So the musical started at 7 o'clock. The usher took me to my seat at 6:30. Excellent, everyone. Thank you. Let's do one more exercise using the simple past. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb at the end of the sentence. Linda, you first. Here's your sentence. It was warm in the theater, so I off my coat.
Okay, that's simple. It was warm in the theater, so I took off my coat.
Yes, it was warm in the theater, so I took off my coat. Okay, Sylvia, I was very tired, so I to the theater.
I was very tired, so I didn't go to the theater.
I was very tired, so I didn't go to the theater. Alberto, one for you. The art gallery at 9 a.m.
The art gallery opened at 9 a.m.
Good. The art gallery opened at 9 a.m. Fine, good, thank you. Now, let's do some exercises using the present perfect. So, read the situation and then tell us a sentence using the present perfect. Here is an example. Last week, the film cost $3. Now it costs $4. So the price has gone up. Do you understand?
Yes.
Alberto?
Yes.
Okay, good. Linda, you can go first. The curator is looking for his key. He can't find it. It.
He has lost it.
Okay, he has lost it. Good. Okay, you do the next one, Alberto. Let's use finish in your answer. So, John is at the theater. It is 9 o'clock. He wants to see the end of the play. It finished at 8:50. The usher says,
It has already finished.
great. The usher says it has already finished. Okay, let's do another example or another exercise. Let's make some more sentences using the present perfect tense. Please use, remember, just, already, or yet in your answers. Sylvia, you can go first, and please use just in your answer. Okay, at the art gallery, you see an old friend. He says, do you want something to eat? You say, no, thank you.
Okay, no thank you, I have just eaten.
Good answer. All right, let's use yet. Alberto, you are having tea during intermission at the cinema. The waiter thinks you are finished and starts to take your cup. You say, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, I have not finished yet.
Right, good. Okay, Linda, please use already. You are going to a film tonight. You call a friend to go with you. She says, no thanks.
No thanks. I have already seen that film.
Good job, everyone. Thank you. Now it's time to listen and write.
Listen and write.
Now it's time to listen and write. Listen and write the sentences. The curator isn't in yet, is he? The usher won't arrive until 9 o'clock, will he? The man broke the projector at the cinema. The art gallery had 3 new paintings. We have visited that art gallery before. Bonnie has already seen the new film. The ushers have just arrived. Now check your work. The curator isn't in yet, is he? The usher won't arrive until 9 o'clock, will he? The man broke the projector at the cinema. The art gallery had 3 new paintings. We have visited that art gallery before. Bonnie has already seen the new film. The ushers have just arrived. Now, read the conversation and then answer the questions.
Read and answer.
Julie and Pat are visiting an art museum in Paris. They are on holiday and will stay in Paris for 2 weeks. Julie says, "Wow, look at that painting. It's beautiful, isn't it?" Pat says, "Yes, I agree. Who is the painter and what is the name of it?" "Its name is the Madonna and Child. The painter is Titian." "Ah, it's nice. How long has it been at this museum? Let's ask the curator, shall we?" "I think he's near the information desk." "Excuse me, can you tell me how long this painting has been here?" "Shh! Don't speak so loudly. This is a museum. I've forgotten when this painting was sent here. I can ask the owner. I think he has left. He will be back at 10 p.m. "Oh, it's not important. Thank you." "That isn't a painting by Rembrandt, is it?" "Yes, it is. You have a good eye for art. We got that painting in 1997. It has been here for 7 years. "What is the most popular painting here? It isn't the Van Gogh painting, is it?" "I'm not sure. I have worked here for 16 years. Every year a different painting is popular." "Well, we should look at some more paintings. What time do you close?" "Look around. We have already closed. Everyone has left. I am being friendly. I am always nice to the visitors, but you should leave soon." "Can we just see the Picasso painting? It's near here, isn't it?" "Yes, it's close to the front door. You can see it and then out you go, young ladies." "Thank you. You are a nice curator." Okay, now let's answer the questions. What are Pat and Julie doing? How long will they be in Paris? Who painted the Madonna and Child? Where was the curator standing? Why did the curator complain? When will the owner be back? When did the museum get the Rembrandt painting? How long has it been at the museum? How many years has the curator worked at the museum? What do the girls want to see before they leave? Now let's check your answers. What are Pat and Julie doing? They are visiting an art museum. How long will they be in Paris? They will stay in Paris for 2 weeks. Who painted the Madonna and Child? Titian painted the Madonna and Child. Where was the curator standing? He was standing near the information desk. Why did the curator complain? The girls were speaking loudly. When will the owner be back? He will be back at 10 p.m. When did the museum get the Rembrandt painting? They got the painting in 1997. How long has it been at the museum? It has been there for 7 years. How many years has the curator worked at the museum? He has worked there for 16 years. What do the girls want to see before they leave? They want to see the Picasso painting. Okay, good job today. Thank you. See you.
Practicing English. Hey guys, I saw Mark Dalton from work the other day. He says the summer has been great. He's been playing on a football team, going to the beach often, and seeing a new girl as well.
Wow, that is a good summer, all right.
I like Mark too, but I haven't seen him since last month.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen him for a long time either. But that is true of many of my friends from work. We are so busy.
Hey, here's an idea. I think we should have a party at my house. Let's invite our friends from work that we like a lot, but we haven't seen much.
Excellent idea, Alexei.
Well, my parents are going away for the weekend in 2 weeks, and they've already said that I can have a few friends over. Nothing too wild, though. But we could certainly have a little gathering with friends from work.
I love this idea. Let's have some fun with it. I could make up some invitations on my computer, and we could get everyone we want to come.
Let's call it the What's Up With You summer party.
Okay, there are 4 of us, so why don't we each invite 3 people, and that will keep the party small. It will also keep Alexei out of trouble with his parents. Is that okay?
My parents won't mind if we have that many people over.
Good. Let's do it 2 weeks from Saturday. That is the 18th. Let's get our list together, and I could do the invitations tonight.
One question. What about food? There's a great restaurant in my neighborhood that can make up these party platters. You know, pizza, sandwiches, chicken wings, cheese and vegetable platters. Let me look into the cost. Since we're all so busy, it would make it easy for us.
I like the idea. Okay, I want to invite...
Look at the invitations I sent to our guests.
Oh, Angie, these are great. If I got these in the mail, I would be really impressed.
Thank you, Sam.
I have a menu of things we can order from the restaurant. The prices seem okay to me. Let's keep the food under $100. Is that okay?
Sure. That's only $25 a person. It will be worth it to see everyone from work.
Yeah, we're getting lots of people responding to our invitations. Only 2 people said they can't make it.
Who are they?
Well, Lisa Stutter said that her family is going to Antalya for the weekend, and she is going with them. And Jordan Snyder is going to be in London for his brother's wedding. They both said they wish they could make it, but they both have other plans.
Well, I'm sorry that they can't make it.
Yeah, but we'll have a good party with the people who can come.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Angie, this is awful. The food is terrible. Everyone is making faces when they try things. Oh, this is so embarrassing. What shall we do?
Let's not make a big deal about it, but we should call the restaurant and complain. Maybe they can help us.
Hello? Can I help you?
This is Alexei Christakos. I ordered food platters from your restaurant, and the food is awful.
Oh no, that's terrible. What's wrong?
Well, the chicken wings are small and undercooked. They're almost raw. The pizza is cold and hardly has anything on it.
Oh my god.
The cheese smells funny and it might be bad. The vegetables are wilted. We spent $100 on this, and it's just sitting there. No one can eat it.
I'm very sorry. What is your address? We will be right over in a half hour with new fresh food for your party.
Thanks.
I'm very sorry. Please tell me again what you ordered, and I will personally bring it to your apartment.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Doctor. Whew, that was a close one. I'm so glad we got new food delivered.
Yeah, me too. It was a great idea to have this party.